Greetings, peeps, and welcome to IHU 101, Humanities Through the Arts. My name is Dr. Tim Hendrickson. You can call me Dr. H. Everybody does. And I look forward to getting to know you, if only virtually. So welcome to the course. I'm very happy that you've decided to join us. Let's talk a little bit about what our course is. Essentially, this course is designed to just take a look at the human experience as it pertains to the arts. And specifically, looking at that human experience through the lens of music. Now, it might sound a little strange to you right now, but you'll understand as we go along just exactly what that means. We're going to be exploring various components of art, such as painting and sculpture, architecture, theater, and cinema, and of course, music. After all, I am a professor of music, so it stands to reason that we would use that lens. So let's talk a little bit about how the course is structured. Please understand that this is an all online, 100% asynchronous course. What does that mean? It means that there are no regularly scheduled virtual or in-person meeting times. Everything is online, everything is at your own pace, which means you work at your own pace within the assignment deadlines and timeframes. Okay, so this is what you're going to be looking. You're going to be looking at something called a detailed course calendar. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more in depth later on. Your attendance is recorded by your participation. Okay, so you engage in the course, you log on, you submit assignments, email submission of assignments, discussion topics, all of that counts towards your attendance. Every time you log on, every time you submit an assignment, every time you email me, that counts towards attendance. Essentially, there are two sides to the story. There is the e-learning side, D2L, and there is the online textbook side. Now, on the e-learning side, this is where you're going to have things like our course information, announcements, the discussion topics, the detailed course calendar, very important item, and podcasts. Now, I'm going to talk more in depth about what those podcasts are later on. Just understand there is a podcast involved, and you're going to be involved in it. It's kind of cool, kind of fun. And then we have our online textbook side, which contains the majority of the assignments, right? The readings, the viewings, the quizzes, and the writing. So just understand there are two components, two sides to this story. The online text, e-learning, and you're going to need to make use of both of them, and you cannot complete the course without that online text. All right, so let's take a look at the e-learning side to start and how we take a look at that detailed course calendar in a little more in depth, okay? Okay, folks, so when you log on to e-learning, you are going to see a screen that looks very much like this. You may not have all of these announcements. Being faculty, obviously, I'm going to have more items than you pertaining to other things. But when you scroll down to My Courses, this is what you are going to see. And this is where you will enter into our courses e-learning site. So let's go right to the Humanities Through the Arts. This is the IHU 101, and click on that. And you'll be brought to a page that looks something like this. You'll notice at the top, you see this is our courses e-learning homepage. You will see the course logo up at the top. Now, I want to point out a couple of things. This page right now is rather sparse. There's not a lot on it just because our course hasn't started yet. But there are some things like the description of me, the professor. There are some tools that they have here that you might find useful, and again, you might not, but I want to point something out. There is a calendar. If you scroll down to the lower right-hand side of this homepage, there is a calendar. I want you to understand, though, that this is not the detailed course calendar. This is just simply a widget that our e-learning site provides. What you want to do is go up to the very top to the Content tab. And when you click on that, you're brought to this page, which has a table of contents. You see things like our course syllabus, which contains everything that we need to know about the course. And you have something called a detailed course calendar. This is what I wanted to point out to you. Now, the detailed course calendar shows, as you can see, several things. Number one is it shows you in the left side the start dates, and then when you scroll to the right, it has the due dates for all of the sections. So just take some time and go through this so that you are prepared for when things begin and when they are ended. It might interest you to know that, for example, the first section starts on August 23rd, which is, I believe, next Friday or Saturday, but it ends on September 27th. So you've got quite a bit of time to finish these sections. You've got at least 2 to 3 weeks for each section. So please use your time wisely. And then in addition to the detailed course calendar, you also have, by the way, let me just point this out to you. The assignments and sections that are listed here, everything except the podcasts and the discussion topics are all found on our online text. So make sure you understand the assignments, the writing, quizzes, things like that, the readings, the viewing of the art, that type of thing, those are all on the online text. Those are not here on e-learning. The podcasts, which we're going to talk about later, those are on our e-learning site. So please make that distinction. Remember, as I say, in the two sides to the story. You will have a link to our online text. It is not active yet, but it will be very shortly. So that will enable you to go right to our online text. Although once you purchase the online text, you should have access through an outside website if you want to. You don't have to go through e-learning for this online text. You guys are kind of lucky in that the other courses that I teach, because of the course shell that is used, it's integrated into e-learning and you access it through e-learning. Yours will be different. Yours you can access outside of e-learning if you so desire. So, as you can see, this is very sparsely populated right now. It will have more as we go along. Also wanted to point out to you that, as I said earlier, we have podcasts that are associated with this. Those you will find under our activities tab because they involve discussions. So you can see here, the first one is the introductions. You would click onto this when it becomes active. Right now, it's not active for you. And you subscribe to a topic, and the same is true of all of the podcasts that you will be asked to look at. The main thing I want you to get out of this, though, right now is that Content tab. This is where you will find access to and the information for all of the components to our course, and primarily this detailed course schedule or course calendar, however you want to look at it. This will be where you will find when things begin, when they do, what we're doing. So please refer to this every time you have a question about what's coming up, what's due, that type of thing, okay? The online textbook does have the same start and end dates as our detailed course schedule, so you will see that as well. But you will not find, as I have said, you will not find the podcasts or discussion topics on the online text. Those you can only find on e-learning. Another thing to consider is all the communication that will happen will come through our e-learning site. I will have announcements posted here eventually. I'll have a welcome announcement. And I often post links to the lecture vids that I produce, also to the podcasts that I produce. So watch this page, check it frequently. Every time I post an announcement, I will also copy that in an email to the entire class. So you will have it there as well. Okay, so hopefully you will take advantage of this and use it. Okay, so as you can see, our course is divided into various sections. The completion of those sections, as well as all of the assignments found within those sections, that's your participation, right? That's you being engaged in the course. That's counting towards your attendance. And speaking of grading and attendance, let's talk about this. Your grade is 100% dependent upon your participation and effort in this class, okay? So you want an A, you've got an A. As long as you continue to participate, submit assignments when they're due, shoot me emails when you have issues. But here's what you got to do to keep that A, okay? So everyone has this A to begin with. You want to keep the A, this is what you got to do. Be engaged in the course, right? Continually activated and in the course. Participate in the discussion topics. Remember, those are the only things that are not found on our online text, right? Although some of you will have discussion topics on your text, so just make sure to make that distinction. You complete all of the assignments, right? Both on our e-learning site and on our online text. This includes all quizzes, exams, reading, writing, listening, viewing, whatever is part of your course. That's what you want to participate in. And then communicating with your professor, me, if and when it is necessary. Understand, because this is an all online course, there's no specified, in-person or virtual meeting time. So you got to work on this on your own. You have to do this in your own time. So your attendance, again, is based on when you log on. Every time you log on, I'm notified. Every time you submit an assignment, I'm notified. Or, if you email me, obviously that shows that you're being engaged in the course. So it's really not that hard, folks. So please take the time to familiarize yourself with things like the detailed course calendar and, don't waste time. Use your time wisely. Some things to consider, okay? You are given all of the tools that you need to successfully complete this course. You have the online text. You have the detailed course calendar. You have e-learning. You have the communications and lecture vids from me, okay? These are going to be periodically sent to you. You also have ample time to complete assignments, provided you do the work and budget your time wisely. I can't make you do that. I can't force students to read emails, to watch videos, or to do the work. You got to take the initiative. You have to take the responsibilities. So please, you are solely responsible for the amount of work you put in and the grade that you receive. Understand, there are no makeup exams or makeup assignments. There just isn't enough time for us to do that. You have the schedule. Use it. You have explicit start times and end times for all assignments. Use it. Make use of your time wisely, please. I cannot stress this enough. Email is the best way to communicate with me if there are any issues or problems that arise, and I understand this does happen. Just one caveat to that, I do not respond to emails on the weekends. So if you email me after 5 p.m. on a Friday, you're not going to hear back from me until the following Monday. So that means if you email me on a Saturday or on a Sunday, it's going to take 24 to 48 hours past Sunday for me to respond to you. So just understand, I don't respond to emails on the weekends. Also, I will be out of my office and not answering emails at all from August 18th through August 26th. So if you don't hear from me, that's why. Now, if you're curious, it's because I'm having a major surgery. So hopefully all will go well. And once that surgery is complete and I am on the mend, I will resume my email correspondence to you, okay? So here you go. There you have it, folks. That's kind of how this course structure works. We're going to have other info as we move along, okay? So here we go.
Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? There's nothing too good for a girl that's so true. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? Bought you a fur coat for Christmas, a diamond ring, a Cadillac car, and everything. Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you?